Honorable, yes. Can you say the word after the come on.
Can everybody come first?
Today's intervention.
Well, first of all, may I say that this distinguished National Assembly, I believe that they are the lawmakers and they desire to comply strictly with the provisions of the law. Now, it is important that all of you and all Nigerians will go back and read the Act, the National Directorate of Employment Act. You can see that the whole struggle today has been how to bypass me in the execution of this program. And I'm sure you all saw that. How to bypass me in the execution of this program. Now, with the provisions of the law, how they are going to do that, I don't know. I have to go back to my principal, which is the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to give directives. By Section 2 of the NDA Act, by Section 3 of the NDA Act, I am the chairman of the board of the NDA. Do you understand that? The minister is the chairman of the board of the NDA. So when you say go back and bring a plan, you are still coming back to me. I'm the chairman of the board of NDA. Secondly, if you look at Section 15 of the NDA Act, they said the minister may give directives of a general nature to the NDA. In other words, you cannot even do a work plan without coming back again to the minister. The third point is that by virtue of my appointment as minister, the president gave a directive in October last year saying that I should go and supervise generally the activities of the NDA. I don't see how you will supervise an agency and they will go ahead, they run amok without your approval, because the buck must stop on a table. So I have quoted provisions of the law. I've also quoted presidential mandates. The third one, or is it the fourth one, is that beyond the general mandate the president gave, beyond that general mandate, the president also specifically instructed me by a memo in May this year for me to go and supervise the preparation and execution of these projects. Do you understand that? Now, how can you supervise the preparation and execution of projects without your final approval? The final approval lies on my table. The last and the most important, gentlemen, is that go back and read Section 16(1) of the ND Act. By the instruction of Mr. President, an interministerial committee has already proposed, which we accepted, that local committees must drive this selection process. We cannot stay here. This selection process in this different state. We cannot stay here in Abuja and select 1,000 people per local government. So if you look at Section 61, they said the minister shall inaugurate committees, constitute committees for the NDA. The Director General of NDA has no such powers to constitute committees by law. He has no such powers under the law. So when you now say go back and do your work plan and come, are you telling the Director General to break the law? Are you telling the General to disobey his appointee, which is the President? Are you telling the Director General to disobey his immediate boss, which is the Minister? So that is where we are on this issue. So I will go back to my employer, Mr. President. Mr. President will give directives The directives as to execution of a project is not binding on me. The directives of the National Assembly is not binding on me. This is a great constitutional issue that will go to the Attorney General at the end of the day for interpretation. Except, like I said, Mr. President says I should step aside and allow them hijack the process. Because the game, like you have seen today, is simply that they are conniving with a certain functionary of government to design the program, hijack the program against the wishes of Nigerians. Hijack it, and that is what I have been against, and I will continue to stand by that. I am sorry, I apologize, these are very distinguished members, but the law is the law. Our constitution is the constitution. There's only one president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that can give directives to the executive, and there are no two bosses. The Senate or the National Assembly cannot give directives to the executive and the president gives another directive. There's only one president in Nigeria. There are no two presidents in Nigeria, only one. Thank you.
Principal officers in the Senate and the House of Reps. As far as I'm concerned, this program of special public works that has to do with engagement of 1,000 youths unemployed in each of the 774 local government is solely the responsibility of NDE. From the planning process up to the execution. The 52 billion that was appropriated by the National Assembly is in NDE. And by the powers given to us by the National Assembly, I, Dr. Nasir Ladan Mohammed, as the Director General, National Director of Employment, all the prior arrangement as far as this special public works is concerned, including the 20-month State Selection Committee, is null and void. Is null and void. Is null and void. In due course, we are going to look at, we have done this before, we have done pilot studies in 8 states. We did it successfully, and it was based on the success recorded that Mr. President decided to make it all over the Federation, covering all the 774 local governments. We are used to this. We have ways of doing this thing, and we are going to do it, and we are going to do justice to Nigerians in general. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Do you think this will not put you on a collusion court with your immediate boss?
There is, as far as I'm concerned, there is no collusion cause. The law is there. He is my supervising minister. His role is to supervise, not to implement and execute. I'm telling you in confidence, I said it before and I'm now saying it. The 20-man State Selection Committee, I saw it in social media like some of you saw it, and as the chief executive of that agency. Is there justice in this?
No.
Thank you very much.
How is he going to supervise you without you having to take permission from him?
It has been said clearly, mine is to inform me for his own information. But issue of planning execution is principally the work of NDE. As I have said, we have done it before, and we have done it, and we are going to do it now. And inshallah, we are going to do it successfully. Thank you very much.